Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ricky and today we're going to do a fall kind of soft cut crease glam makeup tutorial. If you watch some of my other videos, you might notice that I basically only do dance, sport, ballroom competition, hair and makeup tutorials, but if you watched my last video, I'll put it right here. The link will be in the description box. You'll know that I am starting to branch out with new types of content for you guys, so I really hope that you enjoy this style video. If you do, please let me know in the comments down below if you liked it, any suggestion for future videos, or if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to follow me on social media, I'll put that right here. It is going to be at RickyTBeauty for Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you want to follow my personal, that would be Ricky Taylor Dubovic and RickyTD, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I did scoot closer to the camera, so hopefully you'll be able to see all my face and eye makeup a little bit better. I'm just going to pull my hair back. I just got back from work. I have no face makeup on, but I do obviously have my eyebrows and some mascara done. We are going to be starting with the eyes today, so I'm just going to keep those, kind of clean them up a little bit, do the eye makeup, and then after the eye makeup, we will go to the face makeup. So let's get started. So first thing we're going to start with is any sort of tape, Scotch tape. I use Scotch tape. Guys, don't be like me. There are much better tapes for your eyes. I'm just too lazy to go and buy another one because I already have this one. But if you are going to be using any type of tape, make sure you put it on the back of your hand, take it off at least 1 or 2 times to make sure that when it goes on your eye, it is not as harsh on your skin when you take it off. I'm just going to be placing that quite close to the corner of my eye. Not exactly at the corner. I'm going to leave a little bit of space, but only a little bit. Alright, today I'm going to be priming my eyes with my MAC Pro-Longwear paint pot. This is in the shade Soft Ochre. It looks like this. And I'm just going to be taking that on my Morphe JH08 brush. In my opinion, it's like the perfect size and shape to blend out any eyeshadow base if you need to do it on the lid, under the eye, or not just eyeshadow base, also concealer. So I absolutely love this brush. Gonna make sure we're getting it all the way from the base of the lash line to right underneath the brow at that brow bone. Don't be afraid to bring it all the way out to the tape, even put it over the tape. And also you can blend it into the bridge of your nose and even across the bridge of your nose if you're extra like me. Next, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline FITMe Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder. This is the shade 110 Porcelain. This is a brand new one, as you can see, and I'm taking that on my Morphe JH07 brush. And I'm just going to lightly tap that right over my lids. I was gonna wait to refix my brows, but I'm just looking in my mirror and I just can't handle them. So I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hill Brow Powder Duo. This is in the shade Ash Brown. This is the one that I use to fill in my eyebrows every single day, and I'm taking that on a Morphe JH43 brush. And since they're already filled in, I'm basically just redefining the lines on the top and bottom and filling in any bald spots or anything that maybe faded throughout the day. Honestly, I should have filled in my brows first before I did any of the eye base, but because I kind of want to carve them out, make them a little cleaner, I'm going to take my P.Louise base in this shade Rumour 2 and a Morphe M224 brush just to carve them out to make sure they're all nice and clean. Right now it's time for the eyeshadow, and today we are using the Morphe James Charles palette. Usually I just use this palette only for my ballroom makeup tutorials, but I really wanted to show you the versatile kind of more natural side that you can do instead of just using all bright crazy colors with it. We are going to start out with mixing this shade and this shade together. Now I'm taking my Morphe JH32 brush. It's just a nice fluffy blending brush. I'm going to throw that in my crease from the inner to outer corner, blending from the middle of the crease up towards my brow bone. Make sure you're bringing that all the way out to where it's hitting the tape. Alright, now that shade is super blended out, basically from the crease almost all the way to the brow bone, I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to take this shade right here, this big shade in the middle. Because we're using the same brush, you can disperse the product the same amount that I just did the first shade. I am going to keep it in the crease, but I'm not going to blend it up quite as much as the first 2 shades. Alright, now I'm going to take a Peaches&Cream PC10 blending brush. I'm going to be mixing these two shades together. Now, although this is still quite a big blending brush, I chose this brush because I do want to blend it out quite a bit, but I'm only going to keep it on the outer third to one half of my eye. I'm not going to bring it all the way in. So I am placing that right in the outer corner, patting it in. Then once I have a very good base down just by patting, I'm going to start doing circular motions to start blending it in the outer V and into the outer crease. Make sure you're bringing it all the way down to where it's passing that tape. And with my Morphe JH32 brush, the one that we just used, I'm just going to blend that on the outer 1/3 of my eye, just blending those darker shades and kind of just creating a seamless blend between those two shadows. And this has no extra product on it. Alright, now we are going to deepen out the outer V even more, and I'm going to take my MAC 217 blending brush. I always use this for black, and I'm going to mix these two shades together, this dark brown here and the black right here. It's going to be mostly dark brown with just a hint of black because I really want to make it a little bit more dramatic with the black, but I want it to be mostly that dark chocolatey brown shade. Placing that right in the outer V closest to my lash line. Bringing it up into the outer V a little bit more, and then I'm going to start pulling it down towards the tape. And I'm just barely going into the crease with this shade. Going back in with my Peaches&Cream PC10 brush, with no extra product, I'm just going to blend those two shades together, the dark brown and the burgundy red that we were using before. And then lastly, with no extra product, going in with the first brush we used, just going to blend out all those shades and start to blend them a little bit more up towards the brow bone. And now I'm going to take that brush, I'm just going to do a tiny tap of black and basically just put that right on the lash line. I don't even want to build it up into the crease really. I'm just going to put that right closest to my lash line and bring it out towards the tape. And now I'm just going to repeat all the same steps on the other side. Alright, now it's time to do our half cut crease. So I'm taking my P.Louise Pro Base in the shade Rumour 2 and my Peaches&Cream PC52 brush. And now I am just cutting the crease, starting in the middle of my eyelid and working inwards. And then after I do that, I will start working outwards. Alright, now taking my e.l.f. smudge brush, I'm just going to smudge that base and start smudging it with the darker shadows. And before that completely dries down and I do the other side, I am taking the lightest shade in the palette on a Morphe JH41 shadow brush and just gently setting that base. So I kind of went ahead a little bit on this side. I decided that the matte was just too boring for me and I wanted to do something shimmery, so today I am taking my MAC Pigment. This is in the shade Vanilla, and since I actually didn't want it to be a super intense pigment, I didn't put any glitter base or pigment base down first. I'm just going to take it on my Morphe M124 brush, put a little bit on the brush from the cap and just swipe it across so it becomes much softer than if I were to use a sticky base underneath. I'm also going to bring that right down into my inner corner. And now just taking my MAC 217 with no excess product, I'm just going to mix the pigment and the outer shades together to help get a better blend. Now, time for the most fun part of the look. I'm going in with my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner. This is the gold shade, which is called Midnight Cowboy, and I am just going to put that right over that cut crease and soften it up once I get to the outer shades. Now, before I start opening my lids a bunch, I am going to kind of let them dry a little bit because I want the glitter to stay exactly in the place that it is right now and I don't want it to move around at all. So I'm going to wait about 30 seconds to 1 minute before I continue. Now it's time to take off the tape. Now I'm just going to take a Q-tip and clean up underneath the eyes. Before we put on some lashes, I'm going in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Trooper Black, and I'm going to go from inner corner all the way to the outer edge, but I am not going to wing it out today. Feel free if you guys want to wing it out, it would look beautiful, but I want to keep it a little bit more soft on the outer edge today. Alright, and now it is time for lashes. Today I will be using the LD Authentic lashes in the style Mini Burlesque. and they look like this absolutely gorgeous lash. If you watched my last video, you will see my special announcement is that I am now sponsored by LD Authentic, and I am a stockist in America of all their lashes. So if you're interested in ordering their lashes and you are located in the US, definitely send me a DM on my Instagram page and I can get any lashes you want ordered for you. I am going to be using my lash glue bundle today by LD Authentic, and if you're wondering, it comes with their white clear drying lash glue, a pair of lash applicators, and it also comes with 2 lash brushes or lash spoolies to brush out your natural lashes or your false lashes. Guys, I swear these are like literally the perfect lash for this look. They're not too much, they're not too subtle. I love them. And once again, this is a style Mini Burlesque by LD Authentic. Alright, now it's time to move to the face makeup, and because I don't want to completely bore you while doing my face makeup, I am going to still show you all the steps of my face makeup, but we are going to speed through it a little quicker than we did with the eyes. Now, starting off with my foundation, I'm going to go in with my Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup. I am in the shade Classic Ivory 10. And I'm just going to be taking that on my Peaches&Cream PC16 brush. For concealer today, I am using the LA Girl HD Pro Conceal Concealer. This is in the shade GC969 Porcelain. And for the larger parts of my face, I'm still using the same brush, the PC16 Peaches&Cream Foundation Brush. And then I am also, for the smaller areas of my face, going to be using my Jaclyn Hill JH08 brush. We are going to be baking our face today, so to do that I'm going to be using the Maybelline FITMe shade 10 Fair Light Loose Finishing Powder, and I'm going to be applying that with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH07 brush. And I'm just going to be baking my under eyes, so I'm still going to apply this powder in the other parts of my faces, but just lightly dusting across to set the base instead of baking it. Alright, now that it's been a minute, I am going to wipe that bake away, take off all that excess powder to reveal a super, hopefully, highlighted under eye. Alright, to bronze up the skin, I am going to be using my NYC Smooth Skin Parfait, and this is in the shade 720 Sunny. I'm also going to be taking that on a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush. Let's just go ahead and create some cheekbones for ourselves because we're really lacking in that department. Always blend your contour, bronzer, foundation up into your hairline, because if you don't, it's not going to be cute. Don't forget to blend underneath the jawline as well. Now, taking my e.l.f. blush palette on a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH06 brush, I'm going to be taking this warmest shade right here. A gentle flush, like, ooh, look, we look so healthy. Today we are using the Jaclyn highlighter palette. It is absolutely gorgeous, like literally just look at this packaging. I am going to be mixing these 2 shades, a pinky and a yellowy shade. Not for any particular reason, I just decided that I'll use those 2 today mixed together. We'll see how it turns out. Taking out on a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH09 highlighter brush. Placing that right on top of the apples of my cheeks. I am going to go fairly light-handed on this because not all of us want to be shining so brightly that NASA can see us on the moon. For the purposes of this video, we're going to tone it down just a little bit today because I did say it was going to be more natural. A little bit on the nose and also on the Cupid's bow because we're cute. Also, I'm going to do a really soft highlight right above the brow, and I don't want to just go on my cheeks. I kind of want it to be an overall thing, so we are going to go just above the brow bone as well. Okay, we are going to be keeping the lash line fairly simple today, so I am going in with this shade right here, and also this orange shade right here, those two mixed together. And I'm gonna take the Morphe E18 brush, just from the very outer to the very inner corner, blowing it out. Now, usually with my ballroom makeup tutorials, I literally will blow out my lower lash line down to where my highlight starts, but because we're being more natural today, I am gonna keep it. I'm still gonna blow it out so it's a nice soft finish at the end, but I'm not going to bring it down as far as usual. Alright, now keeping the same Morphe E18 brush, I am going to mix these two shades together again. And after tapping off the excess, I am going to blend this from the middle of my eye to the outer corner. Alright, and if you want to make this look a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more amped up, I would use the black eyeshadow for this step, but I'm going to be using the dark brown eyeshadow in the palette, this one right here. And I'm taking that on a Morphe E36 brush, and I'm just going to do the same outer third, but since this is a smaller blending brush, I want to keep it closer to the lash line. And the reason why I'm doing the brown instead of the black is because I do want this look to be just a little bit softer. And I'm going to throw some Inglot black gel liner into my waterline to create a more cohesive look with the lower line and the top lash line. And I'm going to take that on an e.l.f. small angled brush. Alright, taking a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush, I just dipped into this second shade in the palette right here, and I'm just going to do a little bit of inner corner highlight. Lastly, I'm going to throw some mascara on my bottom lashes to make them stand out a little bit more, and the eyes will be done. And this is the L'Oreal Paris Telescopic Mascara. For lips today, I am going in with my Marc Jacobs lipstick in the shade 244 Sonic Truth, and it is just a true pink undertone nude lipstick. And of course, it is not me if I don't apply lip gloss, so today I am going in with the Lancome Juicy Tube lip gloss. This is in the shade Simmer. Alright you guys, this is the final look. I really hope that you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I know it's quite different for me. I really had a good time making it for you. It's actually super out of my comfort zone, believe it or not, to do something like this, and I'm really happy I could do it for you guys. Please let me know what you thought of this tutorial in the comments down below, any suggestions for my future videos, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and you want more tutorials like this. If you want to catch up with me on social media, I will have that all right here and linked in the bio. It is Ricky T Beauty and Ricky Taylor Dubovic on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end of this tutorial, and have a great rest of your night or day wherever you are. I will see you in the next one. Bye! I'm not sure if it's just me, but my face looks so large. It looks so chubby. I'm like, maybe if I'm farther away, maybe that will look, my face will be more proportionate. I don't know, like cheekbones where we don't know her. Today when I was at work, I was on the drive-thru window and literally I did my brows so fast this morning. This was completely uneven. This was completely uneven. I'm like, let me just add like a artificial arch on that side to match the unevenness of that side. Someone came through the window and they're like, you have perfect brows. And I was like, thank you. Like literally today I rushed them so much and some person still thinks that I have perfect brows. Leave them in the, just dropped my, I almost called this a pencil. I feel like on this side I just look like I'm a straight up pumpkin spice latte right now. Ow. Literally just hit myself with the palette. Glitter is like literally my favorite thing in the whole world. You gotta blend that into your double chin, because if you don't, people are gonna know and they're gonna see that foundation line. The sun is coming out, yay. Guys, oh look at that cheekbone. Who is she? Do my cheekbones match? No, not at all. Just like my brows. Taking this warm shade, oops. I would do this step with the black eyeshadow. Wow, I sounded really southern for a second.